I have created a wind gauge with a piece of grass so I get a more accurate depiction of which way the wind's blowing and how hard. Unfortunately, I'm headed northwest, and my gauge says I'm getting a northwest wind, and it's been pretty hard there. It was kind of hard to crank coming through the town here of Chillicothe. Here's my grass wind gauge. Just remember, this is my program with no laughing allowed. Guys, smile, you're gonna be on YouTube. I'm coming into the town of Childress this morning. I'm going to stay here for a couple of days and regroup, repair my front bag on my bike. And it's going to be cold tomorrow night, so I'll probably stay through tomorrow night in a motel. I am now leaving the town of Childress. I've been here for about 2.5 days, regrouping, getting some gear together a little better. I changed the bag on the front of my bicycle to another bag of the same type but a little bit larger, and I stayed in the motel there a little bit and got out of the wind and the cold. Got all regrouped, made some new friends, hanging out with some guys in McDonald's every morning drinking coffee. And my new friend at Walmart, Gina. Hello, Gina. And got me a haircut. Added these ballistic safety glasses to my gear list from the firearms department of Walmart, which are helping greatly against the large amount of dust that's out here, and little tiny rocks that get kicked in my eyes from the vehicles, and even the pollens, and that's got to be grass pollens. They seem to be high, but it has to be grass pollens because there are no trees out here. If I had $1 for every tree that was out here, I would still be a poor man. But anyway, I am leaving Childress now. Headed for some big hills and some high wind and some cold nights, so that's one reason I've taken off here a little bit. I've got about 117 miles of some grueling territory to get to Amarillo. Well, I found this little town of Memphis, Texas. After leaving Childress, it doesn't show it very well on the map, but it's sufficient enough for a little bite to eat, and whatever. It's about halfway to Clarendon, and Clarendon is not too much short of halfway to Amarillo. So, and Clarendon is just a little bit bigger, going to be a little bit bigger than this town. So, the hills have not been bad at all. I've averaged about 10th gear. So far. The wind has died down to 5 or 6 miles per hour north wind, so I'm doing really good. My fears are all put to rest on the trip from Childress to Amarillo. So far, it's just it's a good ride with no problems. We're going to have to take about a 10-minute break here now. I found those hills. For the past 7 miles or so, I've only averaged about 3rd gear, so I'm in this rest area now in Donnelly County. So I think I have about 19 miles left to Clarendon. So I'm going to take a little break here. Like an old chuck wagon. Well, I tell you, it's hard to get in a hurry when you're having fun. I'm just hanging around here, a little extra time in this rest area. I want to show this light pole here, probably an indication of the wind blowing. I know it blew 33 miles per hour steady back in Childress there. That wasn't just gust, that was a steady blow of 33 miles per hour for hours. This is a light pole, may be the result of that wind. I've got level terrain and hardly any wind at all now. About 10 miles from Clarendon. Yeah, I'm in top gear. I really like it when the highway has a railroad track running along beside it, which is the case many times with the U.S. highway. But railroad track always has a right-of-way itself, so that gives you plenty of extra room to find a camping spot. I'm coming into the town of Clarendon here, where they have a Dairy Queen. They don't have a McDonald's. I'm going to see, sometimes the Dairy Queens have Wi-Fi, so it's been a good ride today. A little over 40 miles, so So I'm happy with that. Get a little bit of Wi-Fi here if I can, and go in just a little while, go a little further out of town and find a place to throw down for tonight. It's a wee bit cold out here this morning. My fingers are cold. The faster I go north, the colder the nights are getting here. So I've got to kind of hang back just a little bit, keep from getting into the freezing temperature. But I camped right here last night between the railroad track and the highway. Slept real good. Camped right across from this flipping ranch. I'll just show where I was at. Railroad track is over that first hill there, and the highway's right here, and there's that flipping ranch. Have to kind of stand and hold up a sign that says don't look. I'm about 35 miles from Amarillo yet, and the wind is in my favor, pushing me a little bit. I've got about a 2% steady incline now, and have had for miles, possibly the rest of the way into Amarillo. But it's not bad. I'm managing to get about 8 miles per hour with it. It looks like it may be windy or stormy ahead. The sky is kind of gray, black looking, brown looking. I don't know if that's a thunderstorm or a dust storm, or if it's just some weird fog that hasn't lifted yet. But I stopped here on the side of the road to make my coffee this morning, and I'll be getting on into Amarillo here very shortly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's rain clouds I see up ahead. The wide perimeter there too. But the forecast I'd looked at earlier, maybe yesterday or the day before, also forecasted scattered thunderstorms in this area up here towards Amarillo. So I've stopped here in this little rest area, and I'm going to bag up everything in my pockets. I put everything, camera, phone, wallet, everything in Ziploc bags, and then I'm going to bag up my laptop bag there into a large plastic bag that I use for that. Good chance I might get caught in this rain, but I can keep some stuff from getting wet. I'm having a good ride this morning. It was real cold when I got up. To me anyway, my fingers are cold. I'm having to keep one hand in my pocket, warming while I'm riding with the other hand. But as I'm gaining altitude, it's going to, especially the nights are going to be getting colder and colder. If I keep up my speed, it's either that or wait for days and days for the weather to warm up further north. But I'm gaining altitude so fast that it's going to be getting pretty cold. I'm just going to have to be careful not to get frostbite. With the wind chill factor riding a bicycle there, that's what makes your fingers get so cold. It's a beautiful morning, a bit cloudy, real quiet out here. Not many houses. miles left Amarillo. That wind has really been blowing me in here. I've been up from high gear and still going slightly uphill. I can sure feel the temperature dropping though. Yeah, it's going to be some days and I'll probably be bundled up for the rest of this trip. Headed up to Dumas from Amarillo on 87. This looks like it's pretty much downhill, but actually those are mountains, small mountains over there. I got to climb up and down, up and down. Right now the wind is behind me, and it's blowing me right along, so I'm making real good time. I can see way over there where I'll be climbing back up out of this valley. It sure did get warm down in this valley though. Might be a good place to just go ahead and throw my tent down for the night. Go figure, it's later in the day and I'm further north, but then still all of a sudden the sun comes out and it gets a lot warmer even though the wind's still blowing. Still trying to get through these hills to get to Dumas. I get to the top of this hill, I probably get to see 3 more hills. Well, I tell you, that wind is cold on my back and the sun is hot on my face all at the same time. Run into a fellow cyclist out here named Fred out here in Stratford, Texas. We just rode along together a little bit there, and he's going to get on my YouTube channel and check it out. I enjoyed the ride with you there, Fred, for a little way.
Yeah, I often don't get to meet people out here.
Yeah, it's kind of desolate out here. You don't see many cyclists out this way.
You're back for the long haul. I just wanted to get an hour in before.
Yeah. Well, I hope the wind gets in your favor there. It was nice riding with you, nice talking with you.
That's Dudabug.
I'll see you again.
I'll show you Dudabug.
All right. Everybody probably see
Dudabug from Florida. He's in the very northern panhandle of Texas right now. What do we guess, about 20 miles to Oklahoma?
about 20 miles.
Good day for you. He's got a nice tailwind. All that baggage.
That's the only other proof I have that I actually have where I live. So you're good proof for me.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. Well, I'm 20 miles from town behind me. I'm 30 miles from town in front of me. And nowhere to go. And you can see the rain all around in the direction that I am going. Coming in on my left side, heavy rain. Clouds dropping down is kind of fearful looking, you know, kind of like tornado-like. as you can see, nowhere to hide. Not even a bridge. I gotta sit right here and see which direction I'm gonna have to escape in. Oh, that rain caught me, and I scurried through it, and it caught me again. I've been soaked twice, and it's not just a rain, it's a freezing rain. Sleet, they call it. It's behind me, most of it there now. It's still just barely coming down. That's what I came through back there. And there is no shelter whatsoever around anywhere. Nothing. Not really even anything I could attach my emergency plastic tarp to. But I'm headed for that hole over there, which I hope is dry. It's a little bit of a light spot, and I hope I hope the road is going towards that light spot. And I hope it's not raining there. I think I have about 14 miles left to Boise City, Oklahoma. And so if they've got a room there, I'm going to have to get a room so I can get dried out.